And we are back. Hello, YouTube. So this is another episode of The Collector's Edge. I'm Michael.
And I'm Brandon. Hey, guys.
So you may be able to tell from the sound of my voice, I'm a little hyped up, a little excited, got a little pep in my step, and that is because I am super excited about the knife that we're going to be unboxing slash slight reviewing today. But before we get into the exciting part, Brandon, what is in your pocket?
So for myself, today it's going to be the CKF FIF 20. Pretty sure everyone says
Hmm.
FIF, but FIF 20. So I've had quite a few of these over the years. This is one of the newer ones. I guess one of their more recent releases, which has probably been a good year or two since it was released. But I do have one of the original ones that had the zirconium bolsters and whatnot. But that's not what's in the pocket today. So this guy sporting some carbon fiber scales here with the titanium bolsters, with the little bronze anode going on there, with the hand rub satin blade, which
Hmm.
I know we both really
We
enjoy
do
that.
like the hand rub, do we not?
Yes, we
We
do.
like the hand rub satin, folks.
And this guy being an M390, but it's just a overall beautiful knife, an excellent flipper. If you guys like front flippers, I know not everyone does, but I really do.
And it's okay for people to not like front flippers because it's okay for people to be wrong.
So true.
Yeah.
But yeah, beautiful knife, and I really enjoy this guy. How about yourself?
Well, funny you would ask. So what I have in my pocket today, this is a katsu. This is if you, for those that are or are not familiar with katsu, it's a Chinese company that I like to a lot of times refer to it as the poor man's Rockstead. The reason why I say that, for those who are not aware of it, it has a convex zero edge blade, just like a Rockstead,
Ooh.
but considerably cheaper. This one in particular, so you might be able to read on the blade, or maybe you can't, but it is done in ZDP 189. Um, and this is what they refer to it as their 17 layer. Hopefully you can actually see that, but like
Yeah, yeah.
see all the lines. Yeah, it's pretty damn cool. They do other blades in ZDP 189 that don't have the 17 layer, and honestly, I don't know if it makes a difference or not. But I love this. I absolutely love this knife. This is like I said, it's Katsu. I'm pretty sure the model is ZK or zero ZK01, or it is KZ01. I'm pretty sure it's ZK01, or shit, it might be 02. So anyway, I'm not really sure. That's really horrible. I should have known, but I don't.
I'm a professional.
And much like what you said just a minute ago when you were talking about what's in your pocket, it's a front flipper, people. And
Gasp.
I love some front flippers. It is, to me, the ultimate fidgety way to open a knife. Um, I really like, so a lot of, even though this is not Japanese, it's Chinese. A lot of Japanese knives do have the little nipple thing sticking up right there, and which some people call it an unsightly. It does not bother me, but it does make for just ridiculously easy front flipping, which I'm a big fan of. And overall, I like I said, I love this knife. I love uh, the convex zero edge on these things. I'm not going to say they do them as good as Rockstead, but like for the price, it's really really good. But yeah, so that's in my pocket today. Well, now I think it's time for us to open a box. What do you think about that?
I agree.
So I went ahead and took the liberty of already cutting because when I am watching an unboxing and I'm watching somebody cut and mangle a box to try to get it open, it drives me crazy. So I went ahead and already did that. So it's ready to open. So let's take a look at this guy. Wait, what is this? Candy?
Candy.
They put candy? Candy in the box? Oh my God!
It's
I can't believe
bullshit.
they put candy. Were they trying to? What do they think I'm a child? Hey guys, sorry, we completely had a little technical malfunction right there. One of the cameras kind of cut out, so we're really really sorry about that. But oh, where was I? Oh, that's right. I was talking about fucking candy. What is this crap?
Fucking
Oh
candy.
man, fucking candy. I can't imagine somebody putting candy in a box. For those of you in the know that understand what just happened, you'll get it. And for those that don't, ask your knife friends, man. And
There
hopefully they
you
can explain it to you. Anyway. So let the actual knife. So this pouch is not this knife would normally come in, but unfortunately, because this knife is about 10 years old, actually, probably I think it was produced in 2013, so more like 12 years old. The unfortunately the guy I got it from does not have the box, so he
go.
just put it in a package. But so what is it? Well, funny. We were talking about Rocksteads earlier.
Mm.
Turns out it's a Rockstead. Um, so for those of you guys who know what this is, then you probably will need no introduction. For those of you who don't, um, this is one of the harder to find models of Rockstead. Like I said, it was produced in 2013, which I'm about 99.9% positive on. And this particular model is called a Shun. It was a collaboration with Dmitry Sinkovich. It's the only time he's ever done a collaboration with Rockstead. Um, there were 150 of them produced. Uh, so this is obviously one of them, which is pretty cool. Uh, let's take a look at this blade, shall we? So, for those of you who know
Ooh boy.
Rockstead, then you know what you're dealing with here. Kind of like what I was talking about with the Katsu. That is a zero edge convex blade right there. This particular one, I just adore the satin right there, and then the mirror finish. The mirror finish on this, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but like the one on the Katsu looks good. But on the other hand, this one it's a straight mirror. Like I don't know if you can see my
Oh yeah.
finger in there,
Yeah.
but like I mean it's just ridiculous, folks. Like this knife is insane. Um,
If you keep showing knives with such reflective blades, we're gonna have to get you to start wearing a Batman mask.
ooh.
What are you? I'm Batman.
So guys, this knife right here, interesting thing about it, to give you a little history, and I heard this straight from the horse's mouth from Dimitri. Um, he when he made this, he wasn't completely happy with it, and this it was because of this that he ended up doing the Kami, if you guys are familiar with that.
Star swipe.
So, as I mentioned, he said he was not completely happy with everything about the way this turned out. I have no idea why he wasn't, because to me, this knife is damn close to perfection. But for whatever reason, he was not completely happy with it. And so when him and Shirogorov made the Kami, it was basically his view of the perfected version of the Shun.
Hmm.
Um, and I just happen to have a Kami right here, so we can do some comparisons. And also point out like the similarities. So to begin with, I think we're going to see some
Hmm.
pretty blatant similarities right there. I can bring these a little closer to the camera. Um, yeah, as you can see, I mean, the milling is damn close to identical. Um, the pivot, super similar. One of maybe the only real differences that are, aside from the vast size difference. In fact, speaking of while we're talking size, because I hate to say it, but like size matters. Um, so with this guy, this is slightly over 9 inches. This is a big ass knife, which I'm a big fan of big ass knives. Um, and on the other hand, I wouldn't even call a kami a small knife. I would say it's small for a Shirogorov because they tend to do big knives too, as we all know. But the blade shape is almost identical. Oh, the thing I was talking about, the differences. This is a thumb stud, that's a flipper, as we both seen just now. Um, Thumb stud, very, very Rockstead. They seem to love the hell out of thumb studs. To my knowledge, they've never made a flipper. They don't seem to really like flippers. Shirogorov, on the other hand, really, really likes his flippers. So that's I think the big difference there. But for the most part, I mean, like I said, you can definitely tell like the Shun is definitely the big brother of the kami. And actually, I keep calling it shun, but I think technically it's shun. Um,
Hmm.
I've actually talked to two Japanese friends of mine. They've told me two different things, so either they are fucking with me or they're both right, maybe. Um, but anyway, back to knives. So yeah, just want to do a little comparison on these guys, and thought I'd bring out the comedy just because, since like we said, we're definitely talking about how that's like the evolution, so to speak. But for this guy personally, and don't get me wrong, love the comedy, but the the Shun or Shun to me is just perfection. Like I had been hunting one of these for a long, long time, and so happy to have one. It actually feels like the almost like the end of an era. I know that sounds like kind of almost kind of like overly dramatic or whatever, but like I mean I've been hunting this thing for about 4 years, so the fact that I found it is just kind of amazing to me. And I mean it's just nice with like the rarity, and at this point it's more than a decade old, so like they're just getting so hard to find. In fact, I think the majority of these uh, are either in Europe or in Russia. So like, especially us being in the States makes it even harder to find it. But yeah, what can I say about this thing, man? The, I mean, the blade, I mean, obviously one of the things to can't help but notice just because well, it's got that Rockstead touch of that crazy mirror, which is just truly perfection. The swedge has a really, really, really nicely done satin right there. I don't know if the camera's picking that up
Yeah,
that
yeah.
great, but like it's really nice to have that comparatively to the mirror edge. And then of course we got the satin right here, and then you got the one thing I always think is kind of cool about Rockstead is they put Shun, and then they actually that's the kanji, if you can see it, for Shun. Um, and then it's got the serial number, and then under it says Sinkovich Design. Um, but yeah, what about any questions or comments you have, either about the Shun or about the Kami, sir?
Yeah, it's interesting that the kami is the evolution, because I guess in my mind I'm definitely would more lean towards the shun or shun myself. But beautiful blade. It did look. Can we see those pocket clips?
You certainly can. So that actually funny, kind of talking about like the whole like Rockstead thing. Like I think this for anybody out there that actually is a Rockstead fan, you'll probably understand when I say that like the pocket clip, very good observation because Rockstead, for as amazing as their knives are, they're kind of known for really, really phoning it in and going the cheap route on their pocket clips. So, and believe it or not, for Rockstead, that's a better looking pocket clip than normal. Like their pocket clips normally look like the type of stuff you'd find on like the cheapest gas station knife you would find. Like they're just a bent piece of steel, no frills, just says made in Japan down the side of it, and it is nothing to write home about. In fact, I mean most people uh and well, everybody that has his rock says they complain about them, and a lot of people like will try to find. There are a couple modders who make aftermarket clips for them. In fact, I actually, hopefully tomorrow, when getting not for the Shun, but for another Rockstead of mine, I'm actually getting a zirconium clip because
Ooh.
yeah, it's really is a shame that like you have these amazing knives with ugly ass clips. But on the other hand, like the comedy, I do think that to me is one of the cases where the pocket clip was a huge upgrade from the Shun. Also, actually, let's talk about this. So hopefully you can kind of see this. I know this video is supposed to be about the Shun, but we're going to talk about the comedy for a minute. So as you can see, you've got the flat, then we slope down, we've got a bevel, and then you got the cutting edge. As we're here, it's only
Huh.
one, so it's actually a tri bevel
Huh.
going on here. Yeah, yeah, that's not like a fuck up. I think like Dimitri and Shirogorov decided to do something kind of fun and different, you know. I guess old Sergey and Dimitri just wanted to get wild with it, but yeah, and actually, while I've got these out, and we were talking about like the evolution, and I personally agree with what you said about how, for me, if I had done this one, this would have been the evolution, not vice versa.
Right.
And actually, when I got a chance to talk to Dimitri about it, one of the things that he said was that he, I guess, for a while has been getting into smaller knives, and which makes sense because the last thing he put out, in fact, this was at Blade Show 2024, where he got like Folder, I think it was like Folder of the Year or something like that. He won some award for it, but it was the Oligarch, which the blade shape on the Oligarch is actually very similar to these two, and even smaller than these. So
Mhm.
he likes them small.
Especially small. So small.
Um, but anyway, um, that man has nothing to overcompensate for, is what we're learning, because he is totally okay with small knives. But But let's talk about more evolution. So another point where you can kind of start to see, steps in that process is this is another Shiro. It's another Shiro Sinkovich collaboration. This is called the Cards V. There were 54 of them done. Each one was done um, based on the card in a standard deck of cards. So you get looking at 52 cards with two jokers, henceforth 54. This particular one, I don't know if this will show on the video or not, but this is the five of clubs. It's engraved right there. That's a zirconium backspacer. Um, and it's got like that's actually one of the little touches that I really, really like, the zirconium backspacer on this guy. It's also a zirconium pivot collar, which you might be able to see. It's very small, so it's not like it jumps out at you. But talking about the whole like evolution thing, so this guy, not so much the blade, obviously, but like the handle, you can see we're really dealing with the same shape on all three of those, right? Um, so you're definitely kind of seeing the apple's not falling too far from the tree.
You definitely see the Sinkovich inspiration. You know, you can tell it's a
Big
Sinkovich.
time.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah, yeah. Couldn't agree with that more. Yeah, yeah. It really, really shows. And I mean, it's funny because to some degree, there's almost more similarities between the Kami and the cards V than there even is uh, the Shun and the Kami. But then in other ways, obviously, these two are much more similar. But so anyway, yeah, that's some Dmitri and Sergey for you right there.
Mhm.
Um, I kind of interrupted you when I asked you before. Like I was like, "Hey, Brandon, you got any thoughts?" And then you started to talk, and I was like, "Fuck you, let me talk some more." So,
Well, I did
but,
ask a question,
but,
but
but
I did have another
yeah, go
question
right ahead.
actually. It looked like out of the three there, it looked like at least a few of them had proprietary hardware on the pivot. Is that the case, or am I
Mm.
seeing things?
No, you are correct. So on the Rockstead, we're not dealing with proprietary, which is typical for Rockstead. I do like that they don't feel the need to do that. But Sinkovich and I'm sorry, Sergey and very Sergey style, he likes his proprietary. He's a big fan of it. So if you want to take it down, you definitely have to, or break it down, you definitely have to get his tools for it. These are that little like weird like I don't know, almost Mickey Mouse looking
Yeah.
hole kind of deal. And then to break this down, you have to use it on the pivot, and then you get back here. You've got two little screws there too, and you can't really tell on this, but those are I don't know if it's showing in the camera or not, but those are actually anodized blue.
Oh
The
yeah.
screws in there, which to me, that actually reminds me, it kind of almost like a homage to there's just random blue backspacers on the Shun too. It's like knives that have no color except they just had through the, these weird little accents. But I actually like that. That's actually one of the times I don't mind color. But yeah, so you got some blue indentation going on the screws back there, and you got them on the. I said backspace, so I meant standoffs, obviously on the Shun. Um, but yeah, um, yes, but you're 100% right about the proprietary hardware on the Shirkoff collabs.
I imagine they don't come with the tool.
No, no,
Of
no,
course
no,
not.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, no. You're gonna need to cough up a couple hundred on that. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. You're
there you
not
go.
getting that shit for free. But
Yeah.
yeah. Well, guys, unless Brandon, if you have anything else to contribute.
No, I don't think I have any other questions, man, other than beautiful set of knives you got there, man. 'Cause I know you've been searching for the Shun or shooting for as long as I've known you, so it's awesome to see you finally get her in hand.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, I guess the other thing is, those listening, do you guys have any questions about, hell, I guess about the Shun or either one of these two knives? Anything that we talked about or just made you think about that you have any questions, please throw it in the comments section. Or if you just want to talk about knives, throw something in the comments. We would like to make this as interactive as possible. Speaking of, we would love it for you guys to like and subscribe. That would mean ever so much to us in our attempting to grow this channel. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this. Feel free to leave a comment about if there's anything in particular you want us to talk about, or just say you guys suck.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That's
Uh,
fine too.
Either way, we want to hear from you.
Anyway, yeah, yeah, we'll just take it. We'll take it.
Yep.
We just are really attention hungry.
Yep.
Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day.
Take care, guys.